finally, the last one, and the one that we'll talk about a little bit here, is commandments are in fact a blessing. This is counter to the mainstream Christian idea that less commandments means God loves us more, right? Well, God gave us 10 commandments, but there are really only 9 commandments, and that means that he loves us a lot because we don't have all these laws like the Jews do. The Jewish people actually believe the opposite. They believe that the more commandments are a blessing. God loves you if he gives you commandments, and this can be shown through examples of fatherhood in my own life. I would not consider myself an overly strict parent. However, I do tell my kids not to lie. I tell my kids not to be mean to other kids. I tell my kids all sorts of different things. Don't touch hot stuff. Do well in your studies, clean your room, all these different things. And what am I doing? I'm attempting to prepare them for to be good members of society, but also to follow the Lord. And there are consequences for my children if they disobey, right?
And they know it in advance, right? It's not
absolutely.
It's not like, oh, you didn't clean your room, you're grounded. It's like, but you didn't tell me to clean my room. It doesn't matter. You should have read my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you imagine?
There are consequences. Now, and I write this in my article, by the way. We know several families, they don't discipline their children. It's very, very free-form parenting, and they don't discipline their children. We have one family that we know, that I know. There's one family I know. They don't use the word no. To use the word no is no. That's a mean word. You don't use the word no.
So wait, no. They say no to no. Just say no to no.
I'm going to tell you this, and I hope that these people that I'm talking about don't watch this show. They have the worst behaved children I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, you're not naming them, so it doesn't
that my kids absolutely don't. It's not just that they don't want to hang out with these kids; they don't even want to be around them. And the reason why is because they throw temper tantrums. And I'm not talking about just one family; multiple families. Well, I live in the Northwest, so it's whatever. But the point here is simply this. It is a blessing for my children to be reared by someone who actually has standards and holds them to those standards. And God loves us and gives us commandments because he gives us commandments because he loves us. It's not, and John even says this in 1 John, it says, and his commandments are not burdensome, right? It's not a burden to have these commandments. If we have Christ, these commandments become blessings. We get to know
the traditions of men that when they talk about, like in Matthew 23, he's like, they bind burdens on men things that they themselves don't even do. Right? You go through land and sea looking for a single proselyte, and then you make him twice as much a son of Gehenna as yourself. Right? That's why does he talk about Pharisees making proselytes sons of Gehenna?
Right.
It's because they're loading on them all these expectations and rules. And I'm Catholic. Back to our nice audio clip. We have the best rules, or the most rules. Do you have it?
I'm a Catholic, which is the best of all the religions, really, because we have the most rules and the best clothes.
The best clothes.
So the idea is that the contrast between what you just cited from 1 John, that's what walking in with Yeshua is. Not burdens and burdens and burdens of all these commandments. So commandments are a blessing when they cohere with the covenant promises, right? When they reflect God's will.
And the John 17 Project actually makes a comment that is really the point of all of what I've been saying. John 17 Project says that's not parenting; that's a sad form of abuse. Then why is it that the mainstream Christian church, they don't see that as a sad form of abuse when it comes to the church? They see that as a blessing when it comes to the church. In other words, God
you
loves
should write
us.
An article just on that one, Caleb.
Right? God loves us, and so he's done away with all of his regulations, all of his commandments. That's why God loves us. But when we bring it into the parenting realm, all of a sudden, those parents aren't parenting; they're doing a form of child abuse. Our God does not practice child abuse. What he is doing is he's rearing us, and he does that through his law. This is grace. This is unmerited favor which God has bestowed on us. Thank you so much for watching this video. Tell us your thoughts on this subject by leaving a comment in the comment section. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and enable those notifications. And we'll see you in the next video.